Malaysia economy. Today, Special Report will focus on how the internet driver, such as consumer spending and digital usage, and external conditions like global semiconductor cycle and China's economic slowdown shape Malaysia's current economic growth. Before we begin, let's understand what is economic growth. So, economic growth is the expansion of production of goods and service in economy over the time. We measure it by using gross domestic product, or we call as GDP. Economic growth is very important because it helps in create more job opportunity, give higher income, reduce unemployment, and greater business activities. Today, we will get into both the internal and external factors that influence economic growth in Malaysia. So let's start with our first reporter, Shafiqa.
Thank you, Jasmine. Malaysian economic growth is supported by domestic demand, including consumer spending. Consumer spending refers to household expenditure in goods and services such as food, clothing, education, healthcare, and many more. Let's hear from Amira, which is one of active consumers that spending their money on various goods and services.
Okay, Mira, what do you normally spend your money on each month?
I always spend my money on groceries, entertainment, transportation, and utility bills. I also travel within Malaysia during holidays.
Do you think your spending change when you're financial stable?
Yes, when I have stable job and income, I feel more confident spending my money and buying things that I need, such as to buy cookie and strawberry.
This shows when customer confident to spend their money, business sales will also increase. Firm will expand their production and hire more workers, and national income also will increase. This can result in aggregate demand to increase and contribute higher GDP growth. Therefore, customer spending is one of the internal driver of economic growth. Thank you. Back to you, Jasmine.
Now, let's add another important internet driver, which is digitalization.
Digitalization refers to use of any digital technologies to improve business operations, productivity, and efficiency. Nowadays, many Malaysians using online banking, e-wallets, online shopping, and food delivery applications. Digitalization helps to reach more customers by reduce operating and marketing costs. Now, let's hear from online entrepreneur how digital technology help in your business.
Before using digital platform, my business is limited to local customer and hard to reach wider audience. Now I use Shopee, Kabubu, TikTok Shop to reach customer throughout Malaysia. This helped my business increase significantly.
How about online payments?
Online banking, pay later, e-wallet make transaction more faster and convenient for customers, so more customer purchase my online products.
Digitalization helps to increase aggregate supply because online seller can produce and sell product more efficiently. This helps in lower operating costs, faster transaction, wider customer reach, and higher productivity. As business more productivity, Malaysia economic output increase. Therefore, digitalization is another internal driver support economic growth in Malaysia. Back in Steve. Digitalization helps to increase aggregate supply because online seller can.
Thank you, Jasmine, for tuning me in. Malaysia is one of the world's leading exporters of semiconductors, with companies such as Realtek Semiconductor and Memic Electronics that contributes to this sector. Semiconductors are essential components used in smartphones, computers, electric vehicles, and many other electronic products. When global demand for technology product increases, Malaysia also increases more semiconductors. This boosts manufacturing output, creates more employment opportunities, and contributes to GDP growth. However, semiconductor demand is cyclical. When global demand decreases, exports fall, manufacturing slows down, and economic growth may weaken. This clearly shows how external economic conditions may affect Malaysia's economic growth. Another important external factor is China's economic slowdown. China is Malaysia's largest trading partner, and Malaysia exports many products to China, including electric goods, palm oil, chemicals, and agricultural products. When China's economy slows down, its demand for imports also decreases. As a result, Malaysia's exports may decline, manufacturing output may reduce, and GDP growth can become slower. To reduce this risk, Malaysia should diversify its export markets and strengthen domestic demand. This will help the economy remain more stable despite external challenges. Now back to you, Jasmine.
Thank you, reporter, for your explanation on external factors. Let's hear today's conclusion from Shafiqa and Nisa.
So, in short, Consumer spending increase aggregate demand, while digitalization increase aggregate supply through greater productivity. Also, semiconductor export affect international trade and Malaysia economic growth and China economic performance influence Malaysia through trade relationship. Therefore, both domestic and international sectors work together or shape Malaysia economic growth in trajectory.
Thanks to all our reporters, strong economic demand helps support economic growth, while global development create opportunities and challenge. Understanding this factor allow us to better appreciate how Malaysia economic grow and advance in an increasing interconnected world. Our show is come to end. Thank you everyone for watching Economic News 2026. Understand today economic shaping tomorrow growth.
I just had to let you know you're